A note from an American Jew who lost at least 8 relatives to the Nazis. That would be me. It takes a while to learn that traumatized people traumatize others. But the idea of saving the Jews by setting up a shooting gallery disguised as a food aid station after outlawing the United Nations' actual aid groups, that's the logical conclusion of the fight to save Jews? And to have a populace, Israeli Jews, with the majority approving of this? Jim Crow Klan lynching is alive and well. Endorsed by Democratic Party leaders. Inspectors General for various federal agencies are being inspected for generally doing their jobs, which are now labeled waste fraud abuse. Odd, since their purpose is to find and eliminate waste fraud abuse. These are indeed odd times, but then war is peace, genocide is self-defense. So hey, you can't fight Shitty Hall. Especially since the inspector's office was created by Jimmy Carter, not William McKinley, and so is a loser office. Top leaders in the offices are being replaced by highly qualified and accomplished investigators of Planned Parenthood, and ex-cops who put their mistresses on payroll, and similar exemplars of integrity and transparency. Last year, the investigators uncovered $50 billion in waste. But one of them had previously investigated the first Trumpistration, leading to the first impeachment, which cost the president over $100 billion in crypto grievance points. The government appears to be spending more to destroy life-saving programs than those programs cost. So, do the math. A question for MAGA heads. At long last, have you thought this through? Nick Fuentes has.
This entire thing has been a scam. When we look back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history. And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were had. They were.
An immigrant with the jarringly Mideastern-sounding name Kal-el originally came to the United States under a Democrat regime and achieved great power, logically, since the kids who invented him were Jewish. He became known as the Man of Steel, but later, when his newest film leaned left, American patriots responded, "Stop the steal." President Custer will hold hostage a new stadium in Washington until the team rechristens itself the Redskins, a name that honors the victors in conquest by insulting the losers. And he says Cleveland's team must become the Indians again, honoring the losers by appropriating their name. Then America will be great and gilded. Closed frontier, Negroes in their place, etc., etc., ad nauseam nation. The EPA has fired all its scientists who deep waste frauded, libtard style. Why fire? Theory 1. It's all about DEI. The EPA was promoting environments of color over qualified environments like Alaskan drilling sites. Theory 2. It's a distraction from wealth transfer facilitation, or WTF. Studies show it's actually more fun to feel superior to scientists than to admit oil companies have lied to you all your life. One thing we should have seen coming is the switcheroo that caused the current Epstein kerfuffle. Why are MAGA, do they publish zines? Just asking. So het up about the files. Because they were told that crouching in there was his randiness, Bill Clinton. They didn't realize that when Trump says a Democrat did it, he means, I did it, but I don't admit it. Conservative activist Mike Benz said of Trump, You trained us to go after this issue. We have been grown in a lab. Chemicals have been mixed together specifically to breed this particular type of person in the MAGA movement. The Trumpistration has deported an 82-year-old Chilean who was tortured by the Kissinger-Pinochet regime 50 years ago. His new home away from home is Guatemala, which retains a modicum of crypto-fascism, unlike the current renegade Antifa regime in Chile. Homeland Gratitude Secretary Kristi Noem has explained journalism to journalists, answering a question regarding ICE's targeting of certain skin colors.
That is absolutely false, and don't you dare ever say that again.
Well, as Attorney General John Mitchell said in 1970, this country's going so far to the right, you won't recognize it.
Welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th.
We are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history.